Throughout history, mankind has clearly demonstrated his total depravity and evidenced his inhumanity attributed to his wicked heart, manifested in the slaying of an utterly vulnerable and defenseless child. In the Old Testament, we read of child sacrifices to the pagan deities of Dargon, Molech, and Ashtaroth. We read of the murder of babies 2 years and younger at the order of King Herod in 7 BC in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 2, due to his anxiety and insecurities over the news of the birth of the King of Israel. History has shown that practically every group or race of people throughout history have sacrificed their children for false idols, superstitions, irresponsibility, inconvenience, and evil. There are no true estimates on the numbers of children that have been murdered prior to birth or by infanticide after birth. Since the United States Supreme Court ruling of Roe v. Wade in 1973, approximately 61 million children have had their lives taken. Approximately 18.3 million of these lives have been Black American lives. Worldwide, since 1980, approximately 1.5 billion human lives have been taken. America's leading abortion provider, Planned Parenthood, have taken approximately 8.3 million lives since 1970. Since January 1st of this year, 2019, approximately 93,000 human lives have been taken in the United States via abortion. The question thus becomes, how has the taking of a child's human life in the United States become so ubiquitous and acceptable as a process of destruction and genocide that it is protected by law? This is one of the critical and epic questions of human history and the history of the United States that this initial presentation and the following series of videos will thoroughly examine in depth. Our nation, the United States, came into existence based on the principles described in the Declaration of Independence, which recognize the natural right of every human being to their very own individual right to life first and foremost. And our founders understood and unanimously acknowledged this would include the right to life of the human being developed and formed within their mother's womb, awaiting their birth, as each one of us here alive today watching this video have been so blessed to have been given. Our series will examine the biological, philosophical, immoral, amoral, and moral basis leading to the acceptance of the taking of a child's life and the reasons given in support of such an act that can be associated with the leading biological, social, philosophical, and scientific theorists of the 19th and 20th centuries. We will examine feminism and its predominant role in supporting and promoting abortion. Our series will thoroughly examine Roe v. Wade and the variety of mistakes and inaccurate applications of jurisprudence upon which the ruling in this crucial decision was based. Our series will provide verifiable facts that, if seriously considered, can provide the impetus for a person to change their view on the rationality and legitimacy of abortion. We hope the series will also provide in-depth information to be utilized to promote true justice based on natural law, natural rights, benevolence, and genuine equality. A predominant factor in the creation of the Republican Party was first blocking the expansion and then the eventual abolishment of slavery in the 1850s and 60s. Abraham Lincoln looked to apply the equality principle identified in the Declaration of Independence to the slaves, and the Republican Party was ultimately victorious in ending the injustice and abomination of slavery. And so too today, the Republican Party must unite to end the injustice and abomination of abortion and preserve the right to life of all persons as clearly described in our Declaration of Independence. Our series on abortion will attempt to shed new light and clarity on the most divisive, passionate, and critical issue facing our United States today. And as slavery was left to fester and destructively divide our nation for nearly a century before it was eradicated, so the destruction of America's values and morality today, contending over the legality and justification of abortion, are dividing our nation and our Republican Party. The taking of so many lives must be seriously considered today, and the reasoning for taking a child's natural right to life must be arduously challenged if our nation's founding principles, ideals, and values are to remain for future posterity. My name is J.R. Carman of the New Jersey Constitutional Republicans.